show we are bitchy, we are a bit nasty, but we are never malicious. Have you got that? Yeah! Good. It was quite a show, wasn't it, again? Danielle and her flirting! Let's have a recap, shall we?
Look at that. You killed. Oh my God.
I'm not back, it's incoming forward.
Why are we rewinding? Why are we rewinding? Why are we rewinding? The bitch is being revealed.
I'm gonna fuck it. Ash and Stephen, just say it.
Yeah, Ash and Steve.
We're back, bitches.
Just a bit of innocent footsie. I don't like him.
Kimberly completely fucking ignored me.
I'm so upset.
Is that it?
Huh?
Is that it? Is that all you kind of feel towards me?
It will erupt.
Give me one.
Let's count them. 1, 2, 3 couples in beds. Yesterday, no couples in beds. Where's that cup? Shut up. Right, we have got so much to talk about, so it's a good job we have got a gobby panel tonight. First, thank you very much. First up, a girl so famous she has her very own hair range. There really is only one way tonight, and that way is Essex. Frankie Essex. Next up are two of our all-time faves who will definitely be lowering the tone and strengthening their argument. It's Big Brother 14's Jack and Joe. And finally, this lady hates all things filthy, dirty and mucky. So everything our housemates are then. Here to give Big Brother a good old spit and polish, it's the Queen of Clean, Kim Woodburn. So tonight, we got a little bit of light relief from all the house drama. The housemates won the shopping task. Kimberly and Stephen had a little snog. We witnessed some shocking flirting between Winston and Danielle. There is so much to chat about. I need to get my little stick and start poking Kim Woodburn. Was it nice? Sorry. Was it nice to see a slightly happier side to the house tonight?
It won't last, dear.
I know.
It won't last, dear. It's not going to last for 1 second, is it? I mean, there's so much going on. I think it's wonderful, you know. And you know what I love? I love Helen being all riled because the little girl's got the better of her. Yes. And for a girl of 18 to get the better of that girl, and all the men sound like big sissies, it annoys me.
Yeah. How about you two boys? You have spent time in the house, as we know. Winston this evening, he cracked the case. He solved the murders. Did you expect that to happen?
Oh, baby. He's kind of there but not there, if you know what I mean. Like, he was good, he cracked the case, but it was kind of like...
There's a couple of jam sandwiches short of that picnic in
Just a little bit behind. Bless him, he's cute, but like... It's like being with a nursery kid, isn't it? It's waiting for the last... It's like waiting for the last horse in the Grand National. You're like, when are you going to get there? When are you going to get there? You're like...
But he got there.
And then he got there.
He did it.
Like,
and we all kind of went, hallelujah!
He did it. Last horse in the Grand
But, I
National.
mean,
You're
he's
like,
very
yes.
young for his age, you know. I mean, be fair dues now, boys. Now, you're very intelligent and you're grown up, but poor old Winston's about 8. He's about 8, isn't he? And he's always talking about his willy, isn't he, you know? And the thing is, well, he couldn't find his willy with a search party of 5. But be fair, no, but be fair. You're very... But he's lovely, isn't he? But he's 8, dear, 8.
He does seem like a lovely chap.
He does.
There was harmony for a little while. However, as we saw, the house soon reverted back to type. Kimberly gave Stephen the hard shoulder, and he can't seem to see a single thing that he did wrong. Frankie, did he do anything wrong?
Well, he did really. Like, he should have stuck up for her, but
according to him, he did.
He
And
didn't.
Charlotte
He didn't
said
say
he
nothing,
did as well,
did he?
but we kind of haven't seen that.
He didn't say nothing because he should have stuck up for her, but someone should have stuck up for her, and they didn't. So it's not just Stephen, is it? It's the rest of the house as well. But obviously she likes Stephen. She thinks he's her man, but then she's got a man on the outside, so who is her man?
Who knows what's happening?
Who's her man?
I do like it when Stephen gets deep and emotional. We haven't heard we heard that he hasn't cried since 2009, apart from when he heard he was up for eviction, when he had shed a little
Well,
tear.
he cried 5 years worth then, didn't he?
But he's
Loving
crying
away.
inside this evening. Him, was he right to be crying inside?
He hasn't. Look, he's a phony, dear.
Is he?
He's a total phony, lovey. Look at what when he went. Did you remember when he went for the breakfast? He hides behind girls' skirts. They went in for the breakfast. Toya and Daniel and him, and they didn't want to eat that stuff, fair dues. And Daniel said, "I'm not eating that." And he said, "You're not going to eat it." "Well, I'm not then." I thought, "You big sissy." Then he went out and told Marlon, if she'd have eaten, I would have. I thought, oh, he's about as manly as get out.
Do you want to be with him? Is he a phony?
Total phony.
Hello, young man.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Massive phony.
Massive phony.
Why?
Because he hasn't cried since 2000. Who keeps that in the diary? In
Well,
2009.
Stephen, along with his visit
he
to
cried when
119
he cried when he was saved. He cried when he was saved.
Yeah, I know that's what he said. Apart from the time when he was
I think he looks
apart
like
from that
he's
time
gonna
on
cry
Big
every
Brother.
single day.
What was
I
that?
think he looks like he's going to cry every single day. He's always
That's
got that sad look. You know when someone's just going to feel sorry for him crying. Stephen, it's like, seriously? Really?
He has got quite sad eyes. Look there.
I think he's cute.
You think he's cute?
I think he's cute.
That's
I
two
don't think
housemates
he's
you've said
cute.
that about
I'll
now,
call him out.
Winston and Stephen.
Yeah, because again, like both of them just seem a little bit slow on the uptake, bless them, didn't they?
Okay, well, as we've kind of just touched on, there is allegedly Kimberly has a boyfriend on the outside. We have spoke to the alleged man on the telephone. So does she really have the right to get upset if this is true?
No, not at all.
Well, I mean, she plays the Ice Maiden, dear. If you're going to play the Ice Maiden, then why should he stand up for her in the first place? And I think this is all to get them both to stay in there. She's cute as well.
Really?
Well,
you think this is
doesn't-
part of her plan?
Oh, come on, they won't get voted
Yeah.
out, will they? Now she's snogging.
Yeah.
The boys are like, oh, yeah,
massively.
definitely.
Showmances get you further. That's just like a standard procedure. She knows
But we
what she's
see
doing.
through that now, don't we? Don't we see through
It's
that?
a showman's with a cardboard box.
Fake Emma.
you boys-
She's having
you
a
know
laugh
boys,
with
don't
him
you?
and all that kissy kiss. But the thing is, she doesn't commit to anything.
She
doesn't
committed
sta-
to snugging his face off tonight.
Well, she did that. But it's like she doesn't commit to an argument. She always stays back. It's like she doesn't actually give herself. I don't know who she really is, but I think she's playing a very smart game.
Okay. Well, as maybe. As we've just said, they soon got their smooch on in the bed. Chris and Ashley don't think they suit each other. What do you think, Frankie?
Chris and Ashley, no.
Are you buying it?
No, not at all. I don't think they suit each other. Do you?
No, again, I think it's because it's a bit obvious that, for me, I look at it as a housemate, and for me, if I was in there, it'd be a bit obvious that she was doing the whole showman's thing. Like, from the outside, obviously, we know she's got a boyfriend and stuff, but I don't know if she's telling people inside that. I don't think they suit at all. Like, I want him to do sort of better
I
than
think she's
her.
quite a strong woman, and I think he's a wimp.
There we go, Frankie Essex. That is her
I
opinion.
think she knows what she wants, and she will get what she wants. Whereas he'll just pussyfoot around her and be like, oh, okay, I'll do this and I'll do that.
Okay, let's
Women
move on
don't want that.
Let's move on to someone who wasn't pussyfooting around tonight, and that was Danielle. Finally, she joined in a game of Truth or Dare, and she revealed that she has done ORAL. But she will only swallow when she's married. I didn't know what to cover first, my eyes or my ears. It was just like, oh, what's going to happen here? Kim, are you enjoying this side of Danielle?
I think, forget all this virgin, so am I, yes. Now, 10,000 times defrocked. Now, look here. She's no more a virgin than anybody else is. Right, let's stop the nonsense. If she was a virgin, I respect her. She isn't, dear. She was dropped on her head. That's what's wrong with her. Something's wrong with her. The point is this. She F's and blinds like a trooper. She does have a website where she's doing the business. Now, let's stop this. We've all seen it. Okay. I've got my own, so I know.
Tell us how it is, Kim.
No, but look, I think she's stopped all this baloney. I think she's a very nice girl, actually. Stop this baloney. And now she doesn't let a man go with the down belows, but he does it in her mouth. And she doesn't swallow because they're not married. Did you ever? So you say, take your penis out, please. Stick it in my mouth. Do what you want, but don't go on the down belows. And he says, the man's going to say, all right, love, all right, give me a break.
Well, from that to...
that's what she said.
To a little game of footsie. Happened underneath the table, apparently, didn't it? With old Winston. Then we saw the old leg stroking. Maybe she was checking, see how far
But
up.
he didn't stroke. But he wasn't. Now, Winston's embarrassed, isn't he? You see, to be fair to him, I think he's very fond of Tamara. And I honestly think he's a polite young man. When she said, I like you, I think he's so, thank you. He's embarrassed, love. Come on.
So you think he's embarrassed. Jack and Joe, what do you think? Watching it did seem like he was a little bit on the spot, didn't really know what to say. It was kind of... Yeah, there's an attraction. You've definitely come out of yourself.
That's how it felt for me. Like when I was watching it, I felt like really uncomfortable to watch. I thought, I don't know.
Would he go there? Do you think?
No, would you?
I don't think he would. No, I think he's. No, I really think he's innocent on it. I think he's just friends with her.
Right.
I think he's winding her up at first.
You don't think he would?
No, I don't think he would at all.
Do you think he would? Should we all just... Oh, sorry. I'm chatting away with that mic.
If they're in the house long enough, I think he will.
No, he needs
yeah. I've got 3 boys, all his age. And I know.
Oh, no! Tonight is too much! I want to say thank you, but I don't think I can. Still to come, I'll be having a deep and meaningful... What? With our nominees, friends and family, plus Kim is going to be giving the house a cleaning inspection. We'll see you very soon. I think it's only fair that you have a juicy exclusive. Yes, here it is.
What has changed with you and Kimberly's relationship?
I don't know. She's just really annoying. Like, just one simple sentence, she has to turn it into a whole drama. The way she emphasises her words and, gives these looks when she's talking and this type of emotion. And I'm going, Jesus, I'm only saying I'm hungry. You don't have to be so passionate about it. It just does my head in. I think it's just because I think she's annoying. Everything she does then annoys me. And I know she's an arse slicker too, and people who are slick annoy me. So then that usually leads on to everything they do annoying me. She's just up Helen's arse, following her around like a dog's tail.
She's looking very sad as well as angry. Now, it's time for our weekly catch-up with an expert who's not afraid to delve into the psyches of our lovely housemates. It's everyone's favourite psychotherapist, Diane Newdale. So this week, we saw our housemates become deadly assassins in the shopping task. What was the main aim of this task, do you think?
Well, I think, like the ones previously so far in the Powerhouse, it's been to kind of deepen and reveal further the alliances and the grievances that have been brewing and stewing for quite a while, and this time beneath the sequins, the masks, and in the morgue.
The task created 2 distinct groups, obviously. What impact will that have on the group?
Well, I think the allegiances are being tested with friendships that have been fought for on very thin ground, because from the beginning, kind of the paranoia that's in the house has not allowed anybody to form any really trusting bonds, and we're seeing it more than ever through this task.
It was quite interesting as well, I thought, that some people in last night's show said that's the best night we've had since being in the house, and certain housemates were obviously not involved in the party. And then Ash said in tonight's show he felt like he finally started to get to know Danielle and Ashley.
Yes.
Maybe because certain housemates weren't in there for part of the task as well.
And let's just say it, that certain housemate actually said, God, they're having fun without me. It's going to be different when I go back in there. Because Helen...
So do you think she is aware that the house and the
Yes,
atmosphere changes
yes,
when she's in there.
absolutely. She is, and she had chance during this task to really start seeing that at-close inspection and a little bit of self-awareness that we desperately need to see as an audience for something positive in the power she's holding, for her to see as well. It'll be really interesting to see what does now transpire over the next, say, 2 days.
Now, we saw the housemates get rewarded with a little party, the ones that were still in the house, whilst the ones in the morgue just had to sit and watch on. What impact does that kind of thing have on the house going forward? When part of them are rewarded and part of them are given something that's really not that nice to do, like watch people talking about them?
Well, it's really interesting because I still don't know why the decision-making's made as to some characters going in for various roles and tasks, which will then mean others end up on the other side and watching others. It seems to me to be a bit of a lottery, and people think, well, you should know, you're a psychotherapist. It is a lottery, but what it's doing is it's kind of unveiling to all of us and the housemates more about each other, which they thought they knew, but then go on to know. And it gives some of the boisterous characters a little bit of time out to sit and think, and I think that's good for everybody, good or bad, whether it's for entertainment or them getting better in the house.
Well, we've seen Helen saying that she's kind of thinking more, especially as far as Ashley goes, you know, she said she wants me to go, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to go there. We saw Jarlath, Ash and Stephen take on the role of assassins. How do you think they did?
Chillingly.
Was their game face good?
It was brilliant. It was eerily good. And I would not put being deceptive to any of them to be a big ask. They did it brilliantly. I think Chris also raised the bar as powerhouse mate a while ago, but he was uncomfortable. He would bear to the Big Brother's chair, you know, this isn't comfortable for me. Those three, they did it with not even a bit of sweat on their brow. It was chilling.
What did you think of the bit where the housemates were asking the dead housemates questions? Do you think that was a good move by Big Brother to do something like that?
What was brilliant is Mark kind of held the séance so well, and he gave us that much needed bit of entertainment that we needed. But also, some people say when they lose somebody, it feels like they're in the next room. Well, Big Brother put them in the next room, literally. And it created a really good atmosphere for Kim to have her henchwoman, Helen, to actually feel brave enough with not so much a beat of thinking for all those three questions. Ashley, Ashley, Ashley. She'll not disclose why. We'll be very hard-pressed for her to actually get more from her on that.
Why doesn't she open up?
Well, I've seen things, and we'll go into it another date, but it's very interesting with Kim, her profiles. But Helen is enabling her to actually start having a fearlessness to start going there. Whether we'll get more than one word from her just now, we don't know.
OK. Winston was the detective. Could you learn anything from him by the way he played it?
Do you know, I've got a fantasy about Winston, and it's not what you think. No, don't add me to know.
You and Danielle, best buddies.
No. It's this. I loved Columbo in the 60s and 70s, my favourite detective, and I just hope that he is playing sometimes dumber than what he is. But there's a lot going on in there, I sense. It's my projection, it's my fantasy. I would love for that to be the case and for him to really surprise us, because a lot of people are going, oh, he'll not win the task. And he did. He pulled it out of the bag. I'd just like him to walk out the door one day and go, and another thing.
So you think he's more clued up than he's letting on?
I would like to hope so. I think there's a Marilyn Monroe in there, and he can play on it right until the end, and he could do very, very well. OK, how do you think our so-called dead housemates... I did say at the beginning of the series, it's like the Hunger Games, but nobody's going to die, and then some people kind of did, but not really. How do you think they dealt with being killed off? I think initially it was like, just being gunged, and they got through that, and then it ended into character brilliantly. But I could kind of see them downloading as they walked to the morgue in that drama of it all, kind of going, why me? Why me? And like good chess players, because they're all quite bright, they'll be thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead, thinking, is there something more being lined up for me? And they're overthinking some of it, I think, at this moment in time. So that's why they're not having as much fun as we'd like them to have.
Well, it certainly was lined up for them, because they went into a morgue for 24 hours and got shown snippets of the show. How does that, being locked up for that amount of time, how will that affect them, do you think?
Well, on watching it, they actually visibly looked quite depressed, because there was material walking back into the room that was needing to be resolved. Them being confined also gave them a chance, in particular Helen and Kim, to really kind of reflect, Helen in particular more so, on her behaviours previously in the house, with watching any conflicts arise. And even she started to swallow the words back and say, I've done enough arguing, my quota's done. But watch this space. It won't be done for long.
I noticed circling. The girls were doing laps of the room. Now, is I pace when I'm frustrated or angry, or is that what's happening?
I immediately saw sharks circling. I mean, I'm from an exercise background, so I understand wanting to be active, but I thought, actually, sharks do that when they're looking for an angle of attack. But because Helen had quickly learned that she can't go in aggressively because she's already done that one a lot, she was looking for different ways, so she calmly took a different tact and started to say, actually, Mark, there are things we need to talk about Matthew too. And it was a different angle. Maybe we're going to see a different conflict style from Helen because she knows she can't go all guns blazing anymore. But I think she will, I'm afraid.
Diane, thank you very much. Diane, you delivered Coming up, we'll be finding out how Christopher thinks the world is going to end and what plant Winston describes himself as. We'll see you very soon. Since 2011, which means, according to Danielle, we are allowed to swallow. I'd never swallow. Right, it's time to speak to our nominees, nearest and dearest. They're going to give us the lowdown on how their dearly beloveds are doing. So we've got Ash's friend Kane, Winston's friend Ben, Mark's BFF Misha, Matthew's girlfriend Abby, and Christopher's best mate Carl. Kane, let's start with you.
OK.
We've seen a slightly quieter Ash this week. Do you think the booze from Friday night's crowd affected him and the way he's maybe behaved?
I think booze would knock anyone, really,
Yeah.
to be fair, especially lads that Ash is, like, confident lad, you know what I mean? And something like that is going to knock him, but I just think he's took a bit of, I don't know, harsh criticism and...
Why do you think he's got harsh criticism?
Because to me, he's done nothing wrong, really.
Yeah. Why do you think he's got it, though?
Just for things he's said and stuff, like, to us in our group of mates, it's like, for instance, when he said the word maggot.
Yeah.
To us, it's like, oh, you maggot, it don't mean...
Yeah.
And it's perceived...
But I suppose you're friends, so you know how each other talk.
I understand how that can come across,
yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
I understand
absolutely.
it come across, but, like, I don't know.
How do you think he'll get on this Friday, then? Because he has been a bit quieter, he's kind of stepped back. We've seen him really try, like tonight he said he's kind of getting to know Danielle and Ashley a little bit better because the group kind of got on better with certain housemates outside of the room.
Yeah.
So do you think maybe the public will come round to him maybe tomorrow night?
Hopefully, I think he needs to start speaking to other people in the house, and he's got dragged a bit at the minute towards Helen Anti, which I don't know, it's not doing him the best. Nothing on Helen, I think Helen's all right. I know a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
But, hey up.
You'll always get the odd one shouting their opinion in the audience.
I can see why he's... I know she does wrong and she's loud and she's mouthy when she's had a drink or whatever, but I can see why he's drawn to her in the sense that at times she's quite normal.
Yeah.
Well, for us.
Yeah, and you're from the same area, so they have that in common as well. Let's move on to Ben. Hello, Ben, who is Winston's friend. Winston and Danielle flirting this evening. Were you shocked? Were you as shocked as us to see that happening?
Yeah, I was saying before I was really shocked because it's not really Winston's type, as it were. But I think he's been in the house for sort of 4 weeks now, and like any lad, a bit of testosterone in the body. I don't think we could read too much into it.
Tamara!
Yeah, I know. No comment, no comment.
She was sat here last night. I was having a chat with her. She was saying he would never go there. I'll be so upset if he does.
To be honest, the whole thing with Tamara was obviously very quick. He was only in the house for like a week, couple of weeks with her. So you can't really gauge anything. Like
No, I know.
Yeah.
But I think she is holding out hope that...
I wouldn't like to comment on that either. I don't know what Winston's thinking. Who knows what Winston's thinking? I'm not saying anything.
He won tonight's task.
Yes.
Kind of all resting on his shoulders.
Yes.
Were you as surprised as we were about that as well?
If I'm honest, I'm always confident with Winston. However, when I was watching it, I was thinking, I wouldn't get this. And if he gets it, he's a better man than I am. And fair play to him, he brought it home for the other housemates.
So he's normally quite savvy with things like that. Not murder, but with, you know...
I was going to say... I don't know
but
about
with guessing games.
If I'm honest, it was purely luck. I don't think there was anything more into it. I think he just got lucky there.
OK. Right, Misha's friend Mark is with us as well. Poor little Mark, he's up for the first time. How do you think he's been dealing with it?
I think he's all right. I think he's a bit knocked because he has been put up, but he's going to get put up one time, isn't he, really?
Yeah.
But I just think he's a bit upset, like, that he didn't get saved. But I think they've got to give everyone a chance, haven't they?
Well, everyone keeps saying, you know, we can put you up because you won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Are you as confident as they are that he's not going to go?
I am, because he's got millions of people behind him. He's got loads of support.
Millions?
Yeah, as you know, he's got loads of support.
He is friends with everybody. So were you surprised when they put him up? Did you expect it?
I didn't expect it, but I think they wanted to give everyone like an equal chance because they think that he's not going to go. So I think they've said put him up because we don't think he's going to go. So like the other people who they think are going to go.
And what did you think about the thing tonight where Helen told him off for pulling that face when Jolé's name was mentioned?
He just didn't mean it like that. He's just very expressionate. He's just like everything he does is like a bit of like...
He is very expressive,
very
isn't he?
expressionate.
Facially, vocally.
Everything about him. Yeah, he wouldn't have meant it in a horrible way at all. He hasn't got a bad bone in his body.
OK, let's move on to Abby, who is Christopher's girlfriend.
Matthew.
Matthew's...
You've been living with that.
She will not be happy.
Sorry, what?
Yes, no, that is the wrong boyfriend. Of course, you're Matthew's girlfriend. We've seen... he's had a falling out with Helen. I've gone so red, I'm so warm.
You're not red.
He's had this falling out with Helen. We've seen a slightly bitchier side to him since then. I mean, I know on his VT when he went into the house, he said, you know, he's very opinionated. He'll say what he thinks. He thinks he's better than people kind of thing. But is that the Matthew, you know, can he snipe? Is he bitchy?
I'd say that, you know, he's not an angry person, but it takes a certain type of person to make him angry, and that's exactly what Helen's done. But you know what? Fair play to Matthew. He's the only one to stand up to her so far. Backbone. Yeah?
So very much like Matthew, I suspect, Abby.
I think so. But, yeah, no, I think he did amazingly well with that. I really think he came out, you know, as a better, you know, person, really, in the argument. It did him sort of, you know, it went really well, I think.
And what do you think to his friendship with Mark?
Oh,
It's
I love
lovely,
Mark,
isn't it?
but you know what? At the same time, I'm kind of like, damn it, he's replaced me. Not in that way, but, you know, I feel like we have that sort of, you know, banterish sort of thing going on, and now there's somebody else involved, but it's okay, because when he comes out, we'll be together.
I'm sure you have nothing to worry about, because we did see him in the diary room the other night saying he's only used to being with you, and that's kind of what he likes, so do not worry about Mark.
Oh, I'm not worried anymore.
It's fine.
No.
Now we're going to talk to Carl, who is Christopher's friend. I won't get that wrong, don't you worry. He's been up every week. Why does he keep getting nominated?
I think Chris had a hard time in the first week.
But we're now in the fourth week.
Yeah, but Pauline gave him a hard time, and then she was riddled with guilt for giving him a hard time, and then he's up this week with all the other boys, so that's no fault of his. And the week before, it was Toya who put him up, and she got evicted. So it says it all, really.
OK, if he stays, do you think he'll win over the other housemates?
I think he will. Christopher hasn't had the chance to sort of shine through yet.
Right.
And there's a lot more to Christopher than what we've seen.
Do you think he wants to be accepted? Because he seems to be... Tonight, we've seen him try to get very pally with Helen. Well, not try to. They kind of did get quite pally, I think, in the task room in the morgue. Do you think he wants to be in with that group?
I think it's in Christopher's personality to be very sort of forgiving. He sees both sides of every argument, and he isn't biased. So I think for him, harmony is what he wants. And whatever it takes to achieve that harmony, he'll do.
I think we would like a bit of harmony as well, wouldn't we, in the house? Just for a little bit, it'd be quite nice.
And just a bit of fun as well.
Absolutely. Who do you think should go?
I think Mark should go.
What? Why? I didn't expect that to come out your mouth.
Yeah, I don't think he adds any value, really, to be honest.
Look at that face! His little mouth is twitching. Abby, who do you think should go?
Well, I think it's clear that Ash should go.
Yes! Why Ash?
Because he's just sort of very in your face. I mean, I didn't like what he did with Matthew at all. It was completely just disgraceful. And I think that his alliance with Helen, he needs to be taken out of the house and see what happens with Helen once he goes.
OK, Kane, who should go and why? Very quickly.
I think Fella should go.
I thought you might say that. Yeah. Misha, who should go and why?
Christopher.
Why? Very quickly.
Because his friend's a smiling assassin.
Ben, who should go and why?
I think Matthew should go so he can be with his girlfriend.
Guys, thank you very much. Friends and family, everyone. Now, before the nominees enter the house, Louisa got got her chance to give them a gentle probing, and here's what went down.
Thank you for coming to my chair of doom.
I'm a bit scared of this chair.
Finish this sentence. I'm a massive...
Penis. Person? No, I don't know. Oh my God, because I feel like someone's a pressure.
We'll try again. For someone that says they're intelligent, you don't know a lot.
Well, that's your opinion, isn't it?
Finish the sentence. I'm a massive...
Happy.
Tell me about your earliest memory.
I think I was just like walking to the shops for like some sweets and that.
That's really boring. What is one thing that you'll never do in the house?
I always said if I felt as though I had to hold back, I'd walk. I don't want to have to bite my tongue or to hold in an opinion. And if I think it defeats the purpose of the task, my main reason to be in Big Brother is to let loose a little bit and to...
Why do you deserve to be in the house?
I just reckon I'd be good in the house. I'd be a bit of fun. People enjoy me being in there.
You don't seem that fun. Let's try again, ready? Finish the sentence. I'm a massive... Do you think that you'll cry in the house?
I don't cry often. Like, I very rarely cry. I've cried
Is that because you think you're macho?
Oh, things make me cry all the time. Anything can set me off.
If you're an animal, what would you rather be?
A chameleon. Makes me sound quite sly.
Am I too boring for you?
I'm a massive...
I don't know. I'm not very massive, I'm quite short.
From saying Christopher's girlfriend Abby. I'm like, oh, come on, I just did that. Right, OK, it's time to talk nominees. In the interest of fairness, we'll spend a whopping 20 seconds on each housemate. When we hear this noise, time is up and we'll move on to the next one. So let's start with Ash. Kim has managed to survive 2 weeks. Will it be third time lucky or unlucky?
I think unlucky. I think he's going.
Really?
I think Ash is going.
He's had a quieter week this week, boys. Will this go in his favour, maybe?
No, because I think people aren't stupid. They know he's only shutting up because he's been booed. That's it. Like, we can hear you on the outside world, and if you're being booed, we're going to shut up and think, oh, God.
So you think that's part of his game plan?
Yeah, I think he just doesn't want to go, so he's being quiet. Like, Helen has calmed down now. She knows people want her out.
Is that Ash's... I hate it when you buzz me. Right, let's move on to Winston. He has kind of been the practical joker in the house. Is it a good tactic to survive to take that role, boys?
Yeah, I think it is, like... That house needs
This house
light
needs
relief.
fun, and him and Mark are the fun, and they need to stay to
I've
inject
never
some
seen
life.
so many DCs in a house
I know,
before.
my
They need
God.
light relief, and he's that light relief. So I think he's doing really well, to be fair.
Frankie, if he has a romance with Danielle, is it going to have a positive or negative effect from the public's opinion, do you think?
I think it's going to have a negative effect for Winston because I think he'll panic, and I think because he don't want to hurt her feelings, and she's obviously going to cry, and he's probably panicking.
Sorry, we had to buzzer. OK, Mark's next. The housemates think that he'll be there until the until the end. Do you think he could be, Frankie? Will he go all the way?
Who, Mark?
Yeah.
Definitely. I want Mark to win. Mark to win, that's what I'm going to say.
What do you think? Is he as safe as the housemates think?
Yeah, he's safe. I mean, he's playing a dangerous game, though, but I think he will get to the final. When I say dangerous, his alliances are pretty much with everyone, and he's slowly upped the banter, and he started to criticise people a little bit more. But I think he's doing it well enough to stay to the final. But he's definitely playing a game. I don't think he's just upfront as everyone says.
You just took up the whole 20 seconds. That's quite impressive. OK, let's chat about Matthew. There's been a lot of drama that he's been involved in the last week. Kim, do you think that's going to go against him tomorrow night?
No, I don't think it will. I think Matthews himself is perfectly... That is Matthew. What you see is what you get, which is very few of them in there are being natural anyway, but he certainly is.
What do you guys think? Will it go against him tomorrow night, the arguments? Or you just put your hand up. I've got to come to you.
I think if Ash wasn't such the enemy, I think Matthew would be going.
Really?
But
Why?
I think it just seems a bit of a snake. A bit slimy.
A slimy snake? Did you not just hear his girlfriend over there? I'd be scared of her. Finally, let's talk about Christopher. And that wasn't his girlfriend. Has he done enough to stay, boys?
I think he's the voice of reason here. I really like Christopher, and I want him to be in the final, straight up. I think in a house that's so confused and confuzzled, he's sort of... I don't know, like a straight line, and I think he's assessing everyone, and I think he's doing it in a really good way. Like, he's playing it quite thin out.
He's a straight line that could sound bitchy, but it's not meant to be bitchy, I don't think. I think he's just seeing it as saying it how he sees it,
He should be in the... for now, I think he should be in the final.
Yeah.
He's a decent
The housemates seem really...
Got buzzed
You just
out.
took up that whole one as
You
well.
got buzzed
I
out.
totally just got buzzed out. And very quickly, down the panel, Kim, who's going to leave tomorrow, do you think?
I think Ash.
Who do you think? Ash. Ash?
One can only hope, Ash.
Oh! Let's go to you guys. We've got a bit of time. Ash, anybody not think Ash? Oh, of course you do. You just like your camera time. That's why you go again.
No, I just love Big Brother. That's what I do. No, I think Christopher's in trouble.
Why?
Because, like, there's just something about him that, like, everyone seems to be a bit like, he's a bit this, he's a bit that. I think he's in trouble. I think he's in trouble.
No one says. No one?
No one cares enough about Christopher to evict him. Ash, he's actually a twat. They need to get him out.
Oh, you just dropped the T-bomb on the floor. Thank you very much, everyone. If that hasn't helped, then... If that hasn't helped, then maybe this can help you make your mind up. This is what happened when we roasted the housemates with your questions.
Hello, housemates.
Hello. Hi, Big Brother.
Big Brother has called you to the diary room because the viewers of Bit on the Side wanted to ask you all some questions.
Okay. Can I be better than last time?
Winston, if you were a plant, which one would you be?
A plant, probably like a mixture of like a flower, a tree, as well, and like a vine and that, with loads of birds in, like loads of really nice birds and that in it, and also growing exotic fruits, loads of exotic fruit coming from it that tastes well nice. Glorious fruit. Yeah.
Ash, what do ladies want?
They want Ash.
What do you... Winston, the full package. The plant and tree man. The tree surgeon. What women want, Winston has got.
The next question is for Mark. What's the most interesting historical fact that you know?
I take the piss. Oh,
Back
God.
in the olden days.
No, let me think.
Yeah, yes, that is it.
Let me think about this, right? Because this is my chance now to fucking prove myself. Romans. Okay, in the olden days, the Romans lived. Even though Rome is in Italy nowadays, in the olden days, Rome was a huge country that was much bigger than where it is today, and it came all the way to England.
Yeah, good fact.
Matthew, can you explain why Leonardo DiCaprio hasn't won an Oscar yet?
Who wrote these questions? I get that question. I have no... Sorry, but what's this got to do with me? I want to ask a question about myself, not Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't care why he hasn't won an Oscar yet. Hopefully he will sometime soon. I didn't even know that. I don't know, you tell me why. Well, you ask Leonardo DiCaprio that question, not Matthew Davis.
And finally, Christopher, how will the world end?
Oh my gosh. Big Brother, this is a very deep philosophical question.
Come on, Christopedia.
The world will probably end when Mark throws a strop and the straighteners aren't turned on bright and early in the morning.
Me hair.
The world will spontaneously combust in a burst of flames.
So if you die, then the world has ended, isn't it? You don't even know about the world.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, true. How do we even know the world's ended? Because we'll be dead before the world ends.
No, we will die. We'll all go at once.
It's like when a tree falls in that thing. Does it make a sound?
Yeah, but even if we went when the world went, how do we know for sure the world went?
Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side, the show that also knows the last time it cried. I do. Week 1, when Aisling dropped the C-bomb. Naughty girl. Here's the news. At 1:04 this afternoon, Ashley and Danielle seem to have forgotten that the assassin's task had finished as they locked down on a new target.
Kimberly slept in Stephen's bed last night.
I heard them talking about it last night. Ellen slept last as well.
Did she? Has either of them tried to speak to you?
Stephen or Kim?
No, Kim or Helen?
We spoke a lot more than we spoke yesterday.
Huh?
spoke a lot more than what they spoke yesterday.
Have they mentioned anything? Tried to...
I don't think Helen will. I think Kim may eventually.
She's very tight with Jolly now.
Right.
Helen.
So Kim. I can't stand Jolly.
When I was going over...
Can't stand Jolly.
She was
beer shouting at me last night when I was talking about a mosquito. She was like, Jesus Christ, it's not a mosquito, give over. Not exactly that, but it was along them lines. So, shut the fuck up, you fucking asshole. So I purposely went on.
Isn't she?
Quite rude. She's got too big for her boots, I think, I'm here.
So let's get this straight. They don't like Helen, they don't like Kimberly, and now they don't like Jolly. Girl power! At 2:30 this afternoon, Big Brother called Helen to the diary room and set her a secret mission to become hilarious Helen and put a smile on each of her housemates' faces.
What happens to a duck when it flies upside down?
I don't know.
They quack up.
That is shit.
Oh, you're right. What happened?
How did that even happen?
But not
Helen, you alright?
What?
Yeah, I'll put that there.
Oh my God!
Jesus Lord! What's that? It's definitely a fucking chat.
You alright?
You've had a bad day.
To be fair, she was doing pretty crap and then she redeemed herself falling into the pool. That was very funny. Well done. You got one good one. And finally, earlier today, we sent Kim Woodburn into the camera runs to assess the mess that has accumulated over the past few weeks. And something tells me she is not going to be very happy.
Well, I'm standing and looking in the Big Brother kitchen. My God, I can smell it from here through the glass, you know, it stinks. There's a load of dishes that have been washed. There's flies all over them. That's a sign they haven't been washed properly. There's garbage all over the floor. The garbage bins, I can smell them from here. There's food dripping all down them. He's just walked and scratched his bum and done the cutting up. Oh, lovely, isn't it? I watched this. I live in Nantwich and I can smell the bedroom from there, dear. It's gross. Oh, now she's scratching her bum now. What's she going to... Do you know what? There's got to be rats in there, you know. There's got to be. And there's a cloth on that sink is stinking. It's stinking. They dirty. And the floors. Look, there's another one. What's she going to touch now? Oh, no, she hasn't scratched her bum, thank God. There's one hasn't scratched her bum. Gross lot.
She's never happy, is she, Kim? She's never happy. Thank you very much, though. That was today's news. Now, tomorrow night sees the first boy of the series booted out of the house. But who goes? You decide. This week, Ash, Christopher, Mark, Matthew and Winston all face the public vote. Who goes? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. For Ash, add 01. For Christopher, add 04. For Mark, add 09. For Matthew, add 11. For Winston, add 16. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50 pence. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote via the new Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99 pence. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. Votes cast after lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. So, from voting to digital. Stuart, what's happening?
Hey, I'm good. Yeah, it's weird. Has Chris been evicted twice and nobody told me?
Everyone tells us we look the same. Everyone.
Ooh.
I'm better looking than that.
Oh dear.
Okay,
Are we
I'll
not
say
going to
so
have our
myself.
first? Fine, digital. Stuart, it's only your second time here and you're causing grief.
Yeah, I'm going to move on to what's on the website, I think. So we've got some more clips of that hilarious Helen tasks, which was... It's absolutely brilliant and it's worth watching again, if only to see the wig that she wears a bit later on.
Okay.
So that's a good one. We've also got all the latest gossip about Stephen and Kimberly after that breakup, makeup, late night snog they had last night. So that's all going on. That's worth looking at.
Yeah.
Also, while I'm here, I'll just be quick. I need to do a quick plug for the Instagram and Vine accounts because we've got loads of really fantastic behind-the-scenes stuff there. Go looking for BB UK on those to find out more.
Okay, boys, have you got tweets for the housemates who are up for eviction tomorrow
We
night?
do. BB Bitch wrote, Matthew should go because he's become a rank noodle.
since him and Toya had the power.
Zach Shepherd wrote Mark to go because I can't stand his voice. Fair point. He's annoying and he's not bringing as much fun as he's promised as in his VT.
Okay.
No, Pauline.
Anna D, I would probably want Christopher to go on Friday. I prefer all the other characters, and I think Ash has redeemed himself slightly.
Okay. One more. Quick.
Shane reaction, Winston has to go. He's like a show house. Nice to look at, but nothing of value on the inside. Get the Deadwood out immediately.
That was quick. Thank you very much. Right, tune in tomorrow night. Ryland's going to be joined by your latest Civic D, plus Telly Addict, Ed Leave and Nina Mishkoff. Plus, we'll be blowing a gale with the return of Hurricane Toya. Have a great night. Good night.